And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. The wing set for him, Edwards and McDaniels. Randall out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's the captain in at the 1. And for San Antonio, Wembanyama is the center with Sochan next to him. De'Aaron Fox out there with Insanity. And it's Lee in at the 3, the small forward. And you look at how these teams match up, Clark. The guard positions boasting plenty of talent.
And you think about it, Kevin, the skill level of today's players arguably at an all-time high. But nothing like guard skills to help you put on a show.
The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. A shot by McDaniels, no good. Lee outside. Wembanyama outside. Back to Lee. Shot clock at 6. Gobert with the block. Now here's McDaniels. Covered by Lee. We've played just over a minute here in the first. From about 19 feet, they get it back. Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance. Oh,
that is breathtaking.
Gobert so good around the rim. Had that shot back before the defense could do anything with it.
Outside, Fox. Randall grabs the board. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Nailed from three-point land.
Doesn't have the fastest release. Randall has to hit that one with the hand in his face.
Outside, Fox. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Edwards can't hit, and there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set. Or the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
Here's the captain, guarded by Fox. Fires from the line. Here's Gobert. And a good offensive board. He gets the bucket.
Making a play right there, Gobert, just using his size.
And now the first timeout called here for the Spurs.
Clark, when you think of top rebounders today, Rudy Gobert is a name that comes to mind.
Yeah, he's super long and tall, but that's not just why he's such a dominant rebounder. He's got a real good knack for reading where balls are coming off, and the timing that he has is pretty impeccable, too. And even though he's north of 7 feet tall, he does a good job boxing out as well. This is what Gobert is known for, his ability to swat shots away with ease.
Edwards, that's good.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Lee outside. To halt the run with the putback. And Fox is right there.
Going and getting it. Some high-effort play there from Fox.
Here's the captain. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Clark, last season, Minnesota's talent was undeniable. But the results weren't there.
You know what, Kevin? They just had trouble puzzling all the pieces together. I mean, this season wasn't a failure by any means, but the outcome didn't match the high expectation.
The first one falls. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
They get a hand on it. Fox from outside. Another miss by Fox.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Here's McDaniels against New Orleans, who is really on his game. He with the block. Outside, Fox. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Fox.
And now a look at Rudy Gobert here. He's coming off an excellent season. 3rd in shooting percentage and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And as you said, a top 3 rebounder last season. He just seems to know how the shot's going to come off the rim, and he always hustles to get there. Here's the captain. Last game we saw him score 13. Just 5 to shoot. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Lee against Randall. Pass to the captain. 6 to shoot. Wembanyama with the rebound.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Here's the captain. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. As a player, what's your main focus in these early stages of the season, Clark?
You know, Kevin, I think the biggest thing is just building chemistry, getting a level of comfort with one another, learning tendencies and preferences. Chemistry is the key at this time of the season.
First free throw is good. He hits both from the stripe. Spurs trail by 5. Here's Insanity. Nothing on the board. Inside. Sohan. And he gets the bucket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
The pass to Gobert. Kicks it to McDaniels. He with the block. Wembanyama coming in off a 41-point performance last game out.
Really sweet passing from Fox. He's a reliable floor general and has great vision on the court.
So the Timberwolves called the first time out. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
changes here for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Julius Randle. Alexander Walker comes in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Edwards. Alexander Walker passes to the captain. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10. Right at him. Get to the rack.
Lee gets the bucket.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Passes it to Gobert. Over Wembanyama. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Takes the 13-footer and another basket for San Antonio. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Spurs.
You have to give them credit for their defense here in the early stages. I mean, they've shown tremendous anticipation, on the same page as a unit defensively, especially on those block shots.
And let's not forget how terrific they've been on the offensive glass, throwing themselves on that backboard and being rewarded with additional points.
Outside, Fox. Pass to Insanity. Shot from the top of the key, and he hits the jump shot. And the Spurs lead by 2.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Read the pass to Alexander Walker. Knocks it loose. Lee with the steal. Down low. It's deflected. Here's Alexander Walker. Still without a basket. Pass to the captain. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And it's something they know that if they improve, can really have a big impact on their success.
Free throw good, Fox.
Boy, I like the focus and unselfishness Fox brings to the court. A strong defender with lightning-quick reflexes in every spot.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Anthony Edwards. San Antonio on defense. It's a 5-point game. Here's the captain. 8 points for him. Knocked loose. Clock at 6. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
San Antonio calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated. numbers for De'Aaron Fox. Great showing for him last season, putting up about 25 points per, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. The real story, though, is how big of an impact he makes on the defensive end.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a lockdown guy for him, both on the ball and when helping out.
Johnson outside. Here's Wembanyama. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Here's Barnes. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Boy, strength and body control on display there from Barnes. I will tell you what, he's got a competitive spirit to him. He doesn't want any defender to get the better of him.
There's the pass to Alexander Walker. Had the space there, but it's offline.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And just feeding the open man. Nice recognition there from Vassell.
At the elbow, it's Gobert. Good defense by Wembanyama.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Fox. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. And it's a 9-point Spurs lead.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Passes to Gobert. Here's the teardrop. And there it is for him. Gobert's got 6.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Fox goes in, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And how about the burst there with the change of pace? Fox is elite at attacking the rim.
The Spurs have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. Free throw good, Fox. Fox hits them both. Here's the captain. 10 points for him. 1:07 left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Alexander Walker. Here's DiVincenzo. It's good from long range.
There's DiVincenzo with the quick trigger. Cannot give him any room defensively. You've got to eliminate his airspace.
Fox with it. Now defended by Gobert. Barnes down low. 6 on the shot clock. Fox goes in. It's deflected. Out to the right wing. Here's the captain. The teardrop falls in. And now it's just a 4-point Spurs lead.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
Johnson outside. Unloads from 9. Nice jump shot. Good. And the Spurs lead by 6.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Fox from outside, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. The Spurs lead by 6. Let's take a quick break now. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
Timberwolves trail by 6. So with Paul on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. The forwards for him, Johnson and Sohan. Kevin Vassell out there with Fox. And it's Wembanyama in at the center position. Taking no time at all on that one. Wembanyama has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Spurs. Edwards kicks to Conley. Edwards looking it over. Got a piece of it. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Conley inside the line. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
That is one tough customer. I mean, the defense was there, but Conley just ignores it. And, you know, what you love about Mike Conley, he's a leader by example.
The epitome of a terrific point guard and teammate. True professional in every sense of the word, on and off the floor. He plays and he teaches and mentors. I could see him, if he desired, being a really good head coach someday.
Pass to Sohan. Shoots over McDaniel. And it's Sohan missing.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
Conley's shot is off. San Antonio leading by 6. A three from Wembanyama. Traps in the tray. Wembanyama's got 9 points.
He has such a sweet three-point stroke there. And it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Here's Edwards. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
You know, with his strength and body control, Edwards should be an and-one machine at this level.
And Clark, what can you say about Anthony Edwards? Living up to that first overall hype, he has been spectacular.
Yeah, he has been, Kevin. I agree. Some were surprised he went first overall, but you look back at that draft, he was as good a #1 pick as any of them, and he's certainly proven to be worthy of that status.
And you think of height as an advantage in basketball, but Greg, the versatility at such a premium. Can you be too tall in today's NBA?
It's a valid question. The two biggest concerns for 7-footers are mobility and durability. To move the way they need to puts a lot of strain on those lower extremities.
Lee with the block. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And that one, good.
Chris Paul, so smart as a point guard. Any weaknesses in the defense, he's going to exploit.
Conley against Paul. The pass to Alexander Walker. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Alexander Walker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Conley against Paul. Passes it to Vassell. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. And the Spurs lead by 8.
Boy, I like how their perimeter game is building out. They're feeling it right now.
And here is Conley. It's Edwards on the wing. And the three off target.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Barnes left side. 5 on the clock. Poke loose. Releases. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Vassell's got the lead up to 10 now for the Spurs. Last game for the Spurs, they picked up the W against the Knicks in New York.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They found their rhythm and kept piling it on. And huge boost of confidence on the road for sure.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
And they also showed up in the top 5 in terms of steals. Their on-ball defensive pressure was killer last season.
And their field goal percentage speaks to what a patient team they were last season. Good shot selection was certainly the key to their system. With a break in the action, let's show you the teams with the most second-chance points last year. Number 5, the Spurs.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And with some of the new rooting interest for fans, some concern about potential hostility for the players when great things don't go their way.
I mean, there's a lot riding on the outcome of games and stat lines, and that's something the league has to take seriously, making sure the players are protected because the emotions can run rampant.
So it's Minnesota now, trailing by 10. McDaniels kicks to Edwards. All sorts of time. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. Strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. San Antonio again missing. And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. It's a 10-point game. The 8-footer. And it's Mamukelashvili with the rebound. The Spurs have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Vassell kicks to Lee. Pulls up on the wing. There it is, his third basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Edwards. And Lee pulls it down. Lee's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Inside. Barnes can't get it to go.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Alexander Walker. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Alexander Walker's got 5 points now this quarter. Now here's Paul. He has yet to score. Here's Vassell. That one doesn't drop. Great D that time from Edwards. To the paint, here's Conley. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Capable of finding his open guys. Edwards getting better at improving his overall floor awareness. Nice to see.
Pass to Vassell. On the wing, Barnes. From outside, off the mark.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
And the Timberwolves call time. They're getting their first look of the season at San Antonio in this one.
And while they swept the season series against them last year, making it pretty clear how much separation exists between the two teams.
I mean, one is a playoff team. The other, question mark, ... not so much. But things change, and you're only as good as your last win, so we'll see how they handle things tonight.
He's checked in for San Antonio. Timberwolves also changing it up. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. And Randall subbed in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Here's Randall. Another miss by Minnesota.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And finished off by Gobert.
This is where Gobert likes to park himself, right around the rack.
Paul looking over the floor. Over Conley. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Paul's got the lead up to 12 now for the Spurs. Outside Conley. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Conley's got 6.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Pass to Lee. To the inside. Vassell, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And the 28th pick in the 2020 draft, Clark, Jaden McDaniels has more than outplayed his draft position.
Yeah, you know, there were some question marks year one in college at UW, but you look at him now, hey, length, mobility, skill set, those are things that every team wants and needs.
And the first one drops.
Guys like McDaniels, who can guard just about any position on the floor, extremely valuable these days.
San Antonio making a switch here. Wembanyama's checked in. The captain's checked in for Minnesota. And McDaniels drops them both.
They've scored really well this quarter. Keep it up, and they'll find themselves right back in it.
Paul with the ball. Wembanyama outside. No good on the triple. Here's the captain. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. San Antonio making a switch here. Sohan's checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for McDaniels. Randall outside. The 3. Good on the triple. Randall's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, you know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
Here's Sohan. He's defended by Randall. Sohan, the pass to Lee. Shot clock at 6. And that one drops. Lee's got 11 points.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Jacks up a 3. The captain, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And a wide open look for Lee. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. And now a 10-point Spurs lead. Now he has 7. And the layup's good off the glass. He's got 9.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And guys, one of the emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Fox, he's checked in for the Spurs. The captain passes to DiVincenzo. Misses the 3. Spurs leading by 8. Here's Lee. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Number 4, Second personal foul. Second team foul.
San Antonio shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Lee.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
And both free throws good for a lead. There's 1:38 left in the first half. Outside Edwards. The pass to the captain. Outside for Randall. Shot clock at 5. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Outside, Fox. Gobert with the block. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. .54 seconds left in the first half of the game. And they're able to recover.
Huge wingspan. Excellent instincts. Gobert, a force on defense.
Here's the captain. Guarded by Fox. The captain, no good. Spurs leading by 8. Zohan, the pass to Insanity. 27 seconds left to play in the first half. Fox against Edwards. Zohan, good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Fox has got 3 assists now in this one. Here's the captain. He's got 12. With 4 seconds on the clock, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
One second left. No good on the shot. And so it's San Antonio heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what did you see in the first half?
We had ball movement. You know, we weren't in mud. The guys were in attack mode. Nobody held the ball. You know, you pass, catch, or shoot. And we did that a lot in the first half.
Yeah, you had them swiveling, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, can't tell you how much it means to us to have you back with us on the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. It means the world, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah.
So big. It's San Antonio out on top at halftime. They've got the 7-point lead. Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
They've come out determined to push the pace. Up-tempo offense, getting the ball up court as quickly as possible. Advantage in transition points has been the major difference in this game.
Kenny, let's get your insight on the Timberwolves.
They got hammered. I mean hammered on the board. That tells a lot about this game. The heart has not been there. The sacrifice hasn't been there. I mean, they just don't want it.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. What can you say? Lee, an impressive effort here today.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Timberwolves trail by 7. So on the floor for Minnesota, we've got Jaden McDaniels. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's the captain in at the point guard.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Here's Sohan. Here's Lee, and Lee with the stuff.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
Yeah, an underrated ball handler. Randle can beat you off the dribble. He keeps pressure on the defense.
There's Lee with the 3. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Randle down low, defended by Wembanyama. Here's the captain. Count that bucket. 17 points for the captain.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Man showing some terrific range. And the Spurs lead by 6.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You've got to be tougher defensively.
Randle outside. Lets it go from 11. And there's Gobert putting it right back in.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Into the lane. Insanity can't get it to go. Timberwolves trail by 4. Poked away. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Fires from 14. Can't hit that one.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Lee outside. Launches it. Good. And a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 5 assists tonight.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
And the Timberwolves call timing. Lee really making a difference here.
He is on a major role today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
Dante DiVincenzo.
Anthony Edwards.
Here is the 2K leaderboard with last season's top passing team. Number 5, the Spurs.
Just a gifted passing team. They play the kind of basketball that fans love to watch. Very unselfish and fluid offensively.
And with Tim Duncan and David Robinson, Greg, the legendary Spurs big man of days gone by, does that, do you think, add pressure for Victor Wembanyama?
Maybe a bit, but he also has the resources of the same great organization behind him, and that's what'll help.
Count it.
You know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Bounce pass for Randall. And here we go. Lee heading to the hoop. And Lee with the stuff.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that. This is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Here's Insanity. Outside for Wembanyama. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Randall. Lee with the block. And here is Fox. He's got 9. Here's Wembanyama. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Spurs leading by 6. Lee passes to Fox. Shakes him. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, I like the way Fox uses his wiry frame there. I mean, even when he's getting knocked around and jostled about, he maintains control and still gets the job done.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, you know, for me, when you can convert this many times in the paint, I think that's a sign that your offense is really in a healthy state.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
Timberwolves trail by 9. Now here's Edwards. He's got 9. The 11-footer. Lee with the block. To the middle. He's looking for Wembanyama and finds him.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleek.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
It's stolen by Randall. Down low, here's McDaniels. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall.
Basically just ignored that contact inside. Really tough finish by McDaniels.
Lee outside. Fires away from way outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Lee's got 10 points in just the second half.
Monster quarter for him. He's put the team on his back, trying to carry them to the W.
Here's Edwards. And again, it's Minnesota.
Nice mid-range J from Edwards there. He's obviously not too concerned about what the analytics say about that shot.
Here's Insanity. Edwards defending. Lee gets the bucket.
And you can just see his confidence is rising. Bucket after bucket from long range.
Edwards kicks to McDaniels. Edwards against Johnson. Edwards passes to Randall. 6 to shoot. Shoots from the line, and the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from the captain. Outside, Fox. The 8-footer. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with the basket coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, hey, they've been clearly the better team.
At the line for Wembanyama.
After 2 consecutive first-round exits, Greg, the Timberwolves are looking to take that next step.
And with Anthony Edwards at the helm, I think they will soon. But you have to remember, he is only 22 years old. And when your star is that young, you typically have to endure some growing pains before breaking through.
Randall surveying the D. Here's the captain. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Yeah, really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Passes it to Edwards. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Really important for this team to get production from Edwards. When he's aggressive in scoring the ball, they go to another level.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
76% from the line a season ago.
And he knocks down the first one.
How about the work ethic of Anthony Edwards? Not to mention that linebacker build and the sweet shooting stroke. But what he wants most is to see his team succeed. That's what you love about AE.
Good on both. Spurs leading by 12. Here's Insanity. Outside, Fox. The Insanity, the pass to Fox. 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. And they recover it.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
And Randall has got the ball here for Minnesota. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. The Timberwolves again can't hit. San Antonio's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7.
How about the vertical from Fox? Throwing it down with authority. Go get it, young fella.
It's stolen by Johnson. To the paint, here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
To the left side wing. No good on the 3. San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Wembanyama, no good.
You know, after connecting on 1 3-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
3. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
This is his first free throw of the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And, you know, with his free throw percentage being where it was last season, it changed the way teams defended him. I mean, there were no easy baskets. He was going to get fouled anytime he got near the rim. They were going to make him earn his points at the line.
And he makes the first. And some changes here for the Spurs. Barnes, he's checked in for Lee. And it's Vassell in for Insanity. Minnesota also making some changes. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for McDaniels. And it's Mike Conley in for the captain. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Shoots from 8. Fox, no good. Timberwolves trail by 14 to the inside. It's stolen by Johnson. Randall against Barnes. Inside. And there's Fox. That's good on the assist by Barnes. Fox has got 9 points here in the second half. Conley against Fox. Conley's shot is off. Spurs leading by 16. Plugs it up for Wembanyama. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
And finished off by Edwards.
Show us what you got, young fella. Anthony Edwards. Love to see you operate like that.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Barnes kicks to Vassell. Pass to Johnson. And the Spurs scoring again.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Pass to DiVincenzo. And it's off from three-point range. San Antonio's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. Chalk up 2 there. And that's now 20 points for Victor Wembanyama.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Conley, the pass to Reed. Here's Fox. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. Wembanyama has got 4 assists now tonight. Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Conley against Fox. And stolen by Wembanyama. Puts up a deep 3. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Good on the shot. Randall's got 11 in the second half.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Ball's knocked loose. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
San Antonio ball.
We've got 13 seconds left in the third. Good on the bucket.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Edwards against Johnson. From deep three-point land. That's tipped and out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
San Antonio ball.
And so it's San Antonio cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be right back after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So with Paul on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. Wembanyama is the center with Sohan next to him. De'Aaron Fox out there with Johnson. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. Now the pass to Conley. seen players criticized for skipping their media obligations after tough losses, Greg. How egregious is that in your opinion?
Well, you know, they say the true test of character is how you respond to when things aren't going your way. So, for me, it's important to be accountable in those tough moments.
Conley kicks to Reed. Off target from three-point range.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Barnes finds Fox. Back to Barnes. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
The captain. Count that one. The captain's got 21.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Pass to Johnson. Over Conley. And the Spurs scoring again.
A priority for Johnson continuing to work on his jumper, especially off the catch like there.
Top of the key, Conley. He gets it in there.
Conley, assistant, number 4.
Fox with it. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Johnson outside. But I'm not sure there's been another era in the NBA with so many fantastic passers at every position.
Yeah, you know, I think it's a function of what we saw going back into the 80s with Bird and Magic and how they shared the ball and were such great passers. Then you had another group of outstanding playmakers at the point guard spot and on the wings. So now centers at this particular stage in the game's evolution are playmakers, excellent passers, and are players that teams can run their offense through. So I think it's just been kind of a natural evolution because of the skill level of all players when it comes to passing.
Now Conley. Pass to Reed. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 5 assists in the game.
And, you know, Conley developed great vision in terms of the floor, and that allows him to spot an open teammate.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
It's time to give out some t-shirts, but only to the loudest fans. Show us what you got.
Going with an almost entirely new group here. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in. Lee comes in for Harrison Barnes. Vassell, he's checked in for Keldon Johnson. And it's Paul in for Fox. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Drills it from outside.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Here's the captain, defended by Paul, and finished off by Gobert.
Excellent mobility right there. I like when Gobert rolls to the rim with that aggression.
And it's Paul with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Pass to Vassell. Just 5 on the clock to the right side. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
No one near Conley as he lets it go. Can't nail the jumper.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Here's the captain. Plays it up and banks it in. The captain's got 23 points.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Paul with the ball. Conley picks him up, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Sunday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors.
And guys, one thing about road trips like this one, they'll be seeing this as a chance for the team to come together. It might be a bit of a silver lining for a trip that doesn't always provide a lot of success.
Tipped away. And they're moving it up. The finish.
Hey now! Hey now! Yeah!
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Still a solid point guard in this league. When Conley is healthy, he makes a considerable impact on both ends.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Here we are looking around the NBA. Greg, it feels like there's more parity amongst teams than ever before.
No dominant team has been the favorite every year, and that can all change, though, in a heartbeat. Every so often, a dynasty can be born out of nothing.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Naz Reid. He hits both from the stripe.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
And there's the pass to Mamukelashvili. And here is Lee. Shoots over McDaniel. And it's San Antonio with another.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Here's the captain, covered by Vassell. Passes it to Alexander Walker. Good on the three-point shot.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
On the wing, Lee. McDaniels defended. No good from Lee.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Pass to Alexander Walker. And he banks in the layup. Alexander Walker's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Ball outside. And with the new CBA, Clark, one thing that again didn't get any traction, the franchise tag.
Yeah, not surprising. I mean, if a guy really wants to leave a team these days, most of the time a trade will be made. It doesn't necessarily have to get to free agency. Great activity level on the boards. Impressive. Wow.
Ball against Conley. That's tipped. Pass to McDaniels. Fires from deep. A rebound by the Spurs. Mamukelashvili, he has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Alexander Walker. And the pass to Conley. Gobert, the pass to McDaniels. He kicks it to Conley. With some arc. Got a piece of it. Out to the right wing. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Rudy Gobert.
It's going to be on Rudy
Second
Gobert.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for San Antonio, Sandro Mamukelishvili. 2 shots.
Relax on the first.
First free throw is good. Greg, a lot more awareness in the league about the importance of mental health. Why is that so necessary?
I mean, Kevin, the level of stress now has really grown. These players are under this huge microscope that now often extends to their families. And this is such a highly competitive environment. It is far more than just a game.
Both good from the line that time.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half. 100%
since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Out to Edwards. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And you can tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
Passes to Mamu Kelishvili. And the basket is good.
You got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
For Minnesota, they've got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Here's the captain. Lays it up off the glass. The captain's got 10 points in just the second half.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Lee kicks to Johnson. No good on the triple. And so it's Rendell bringing it up now for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The captain with the bucket.
A fantastic decision-making big. Randall with the right choice there, finding the open man.
Ball outside. And Clark, we know Commissioner Silver has acknowledged the game has changed in terms of its impact on players' bodies. And so adjusting the regular season's length is not out of the question.
Well, you and I have talked about it for years. I've talked about it with other fellow announcers. It would be wonderful to see the season reduced by about 15-20% in terms of regular season games. I think it would enhance the product immensely. And the fact that Commissioner Silver is letting us know it's not off the table, maybe we'll see it reduced in the not-too-distant future.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And, you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
And that solid foundation of Keldon Johnson going to work as he fought for position there.
Right side, Edwards. That three off the mark.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Lee bounce pass. Here's Paul. Spurs working the ball around now. Barnes right side. Just 5 to shoot. Lee shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And Greg, while the commissioner might not like player trade requests, Kevin Durant said it's great for the league for players to have that leverage. Where do you stand?
Well, I wouldn't go that far. The main thing is trying to keep those requests in-house. Otherwise, it can be deflating for fans.
That free throw from Lee is good. free throws good for Lee. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Spurs.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable. Those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Lights Out.
Yeah, and he was aggressive rebounding the ball tonight. I think his aggressiveness on the glass helped set the tone.
And the shot is good. And that's now 35 points for Lights Out.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Here's Randall. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly. The other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.